Hey there, everyone. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy some sunshine later today because things are going to change over the weekend. We have an atmospheric river taking aim toward the Pacific Northwest, Vancouver Island, British Columbia over the weekend. We'll have a couple of showers over western Washington Saturday, but the heavier rain and the more widespread rain arrives on Sunday. Don't forget, we spring forward 1 hour Sunday morning. When the clock hits 2 a.m., we spring forward to 3 a.m. And so sunset time, thankfully, after 7 o'clock, but sunrise time is going to be after 7:30 a.m. But we will start to gain the daylight about 3.5 minutes per day all the way through the end of the month, anywhere between 3 minutes and 15 seconds to about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, depending on where you live. And then, so we're going to have 6 o'clock sunrises before you know it. We're also tracking the potential for a pretty potent system to move into the area, or at least the region, by the middle half of next week. But there's plenty of time to watch that one, but I'll break it down for you coming up. What I am tracking this weekend, going to be rain, some mountain snow, but more so over the northern Cascades. Saturday, Sunday, things will begin to change in forms of widespread rain and then more so mountain snow for the rest of the Cascades. Flooding's not really a concern. Gusty winds possibly from about Everett northward tomorrow, and then we'll all have some breezy winds on Sunday as well. But today we're kicking things off with clouds and some fog. That's going to clear into the afternoon, allowing us to warm up into the 50s, right where we should be this time of year. Sunday we'll have increasing rain, breezy conditions, one of the mildest days. But next week it's going to be unsettled. We'll have cooler than normal temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and we'll have clouds. We'll also have all that rain. And again, I'll break this down for you coming up. But the big picture, we have this atmospheric river that's going to just pump all of that moisture into British Columbia, the Pacific Northwest, especially over the northern coast of Washington. And where the heaviest rain sets up, that's where we're going to have potentially 2 to 4 inches of rain just through Monday. And you can see that there, the northern coast, perhaps around Forks and all the way to the very far tip of Washington, then up in Vancouver Island, potentially over 4 inches of rain. You can see that very stark difference between where we could have a lot of rain versus some rain. For Puget Sound, it looks as though maybe half of an inch up to an inch, and then you see that rain shadow setting up. So may not see much for portions of the islands and then the inlet, but a good chunk of the area will at least get some rain. This is what I was talking about with how much snow is going to fall over the northern Cascades. Mount Baker, potentially 2 feet of snow. Meanwhile, Stevens, Snoqualmie, and then the central and south Cascades, less than that, but still some beneficial snow will fall. Maybe half of a foot of fresh snow in the passes through Monday, with most of it falling Sunday and into Monday as those snow levels come down. It's been a beautiful morning despite the cloud cover. You see some thicker clouds for most of western Washington, at least as of about 8:30 this morning, but Mount Rainier's out. We just have some clouds, sun peeking through, but we'll have partly sunny skies at least into the afternoon. Temperatures, as I mentioned, right where we should be, 53 degrees. Around the area, upper 40s, low and mid 50s. Upper 40s going to be closer to the immediate coast. Up in the mountains, going to be quite cool, but definitely not cold. Tomorrow, this is when things will begin to change, turning more unsettled, a little breezy southwest wind at 10 to 15, but we could have some stronger gusts over the islands, the inlet, and then closer to the coast. Timing wise, I skipped ahead to tomorrow morning just because we're not really going to have any issues today or even late tonight. This is when we're going to start to see at least a push of rain. You see showers creeping closer to the area. This is what I was talking about with that rain shadow. So some spots may not see much, but then we get closer to about mid-morning, mid to late morning, and you see how some showers are just trying to creep closer to Seattle. Most of the area not going to see any rain during the day Saturday. This rain is going to lift back to the northwest. It's going to peel away, but then we'll get a front moving in into our Sunday, Kicking things off, mostly dry, maybe even some sun to start our Sunday. And then we'll get all of this rain starting to move northwest to southeast and filling in. Even the rain shadow will eventually collapse, and then all of the area will at least get some rain, maybe some pockets of moderate to heavy rain into the afternoon, evening on Sunday. And then up in the mountains, we'll get some of that mountain snow. This is what I was talking about by the middle half of next week. Model guidance continues to show the potential for us to get this area of low pressure over the Pacific. Depending on where it tracks and if it actually does happen, the big question is, where will it track? The magnitude of impacts felt here in Washington, all dependent on where it tracks. But this is something we're going to be watching very carefully over the next couple of days. Rain, mountain snow, and wind. Wind will be likely with this system wherever it goes. So again, 7-day forecast, the 2 warmest days, Saturday and Sunday, and then next week, upper 40s, lower 50s with some daily rain chances, especially Wednesday and into Thursday. And in case you were wondering what our middle half of our month is looking like, cooler than normal, temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and then possibly wetter than normal. We need the rain, we need the mountain snow. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. Have a lovely day.